Hello and welcome to this week's video. I know it's a bit late, but there we go, we need to continue our videos. So this week we're going to do something a bit different. I'm going to review some images that a friend of mine sent. So Amir sent me a couple of images from his photo shoot in London, and he wanted for me to play around in Affinity and just see what I can do with them and just give him a bit of, tips and tricks. So let's start. Alright, so the first image that I loaded, I just loaded and straight into Affinity Photo, duplicated the layer, and now what I want to do is, something is odd about this chair. I know that this is the shape of it, but I want a bit of flexibility on it, so let's try to crop it. This is a 16 by 9. Another thing, let's see if I can crop it so the chair will be straight, something like that to look better. Let's grab it from this corner here. I'll leave this corner there because I'm going to fill it up. So let's commit to this one, and yeah, the straight chair works a bit better. So again, this is just my way of thinking and how I see the photos. Doesn't necessarily mean that you need to agree with them or to like them. You have your own profile, yeah? So this is how I approach a photo. But you can comment below if you think that this is something that you like, or give me tips and tricks, Right, so this is cool. Let's fill this patch in. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to click and hold on the healing brush tool. This will bring up the patch tool here. Click on it. Select the area you want to fill in. And just, try to find the perfect angle / color / gradient. And double click to commit. Alright, another thing that he mentioned is he wanted this glare to go away. The way you can do that is by going into the frequency separation, actually. I've done already a video on it, so this time I'm going faster. So first of all, I want to duplicate this one with Command J. From here, I go to Filters, Frequency Separation, trying to find a sweet spot for this image. So, okay, something like this. So as I said, you don't want to go here so your texture blends with color. You want to have something like this and hit apply. You'll see that created two layers here, low frequency, which are the colors, and high frequency, which are the textures. So for this, I'm going to use the in-paint brush tool and see if that works. Let's see. I have opacity 100%, flow 100%. And it's not working as I'd like. Let's try the healing brush tool. And I think this will work perfectly. So let's click on this and just start painting. Hardness is 80%. And basically what I want to do is get rid of this glare a bit. Don't want to overdo it. So something like, click here. And you can see the colors are already changing. Okay, now you can go on the high frequency and just smooth the skin here as well. And go out like this. And you take the, little by little approach. And something like this. Let me put this two into a group, and then we can see before and after. And of course, you can be, more careful with the editing, but for the moment, I think it's perfect. Right, so from here, you can go and continue working with the separation. Another thing that I've noticed is that her eyes are a bit, well, the focus is not there. So I think what we can do here is, let's Command Option Shift E, and that will create another copy of it that includes the frequency separation. So on here, M1, go to Filters, Sharpen, and I can use the high pass as well a bit. So let's use the high pass and use the monochrome. I can see here, hit apply, and from here we can go and put linear light. So we go here now, you can see this is after and this is before. You see her eyes are much sharper right now. And this helps because you already applied the frequency separation and you already know exactly what's happening there. But if you want, you can lower the opacity like 75% and still be sharp here. And now she's looking lovely. I think that's it. Nothing to do, it's a simple studio shot with a lovely woman. Okay, the next one. This one is interesting. Well, basically, London Underground, amazing place to shoot. So what I want to do here is not focus mostly on the girl, but on the surroundings. So my idea was, let's develop this. What I want to do here is copy the layer and let's see for this train to add some motion blur in. Filter, blur, zoom, 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 zoom. Let's see. Perfect. So, yes, this is the look that I'm looking for. Something like this. So, or something like this, maybe? No. Way better here. So, click apply. And let's add a mask. Come on, come on, come on. Empty mask. And what I want to do is just click, use a brush, make it bigger, better. X to change the colors. And with this selected, of course I need to change the opacity to 100%. Hardness, good, flow 100. So you can see now that while I'm painting, I'm introducing motion into the train. And because this is a mask, going to be perfect. And something like this, you know. And we can introduce motion after this people here. Something like this. And hit X and just make the people, you know, sharp-ish. If I can say something like that. Okay, so here. And then hit X again. Blur this bit, blur the bits here. So, right. But you know, you see what's happening. Because I've introduced motion blur afterwards, the texture here disappeared. So we need to add the texture back afterwards. Somehow. Right. But what we can do also is just add, you know, some opacity, like 75%, to bring back this. And of course from here, just click on this, filter, noise, add noise, and then go to the intensity and try to match with the noise in the picture. Hit apply. And from here, you can go 100% again. And there you go. You added the motion blur here. So this is before, which is cool. Nothing against it, but you can add more motion here. See, a train leaving. Now this look is cool. You can start to edit this by go to develop. And let's see. I like the graffiti. I don't like that the graffiti stops here. So in this occasion, I would have used a 1-to-1 crop. Something like this, you know, just to capture a bit of the pavement and just move around with this, something like this. And double click. Now you can see her is the, you know, the center of attention. Then you have the background here. But yeah, this is a cool shot. Although, and also I think you missed the focus. So I think the focus is around her legs here. So I would have liked the focus to be on her face. You have some textures here that you need to get rid of. The rest is looking nice. Graffiti looks nice as a background. Another thing that you can try next time you're here, try to bring the model, you know, more to you and blur this background a bit. Just a bit. But cool shot nonetheless. This one, I like her vibe, to be honest. I don't know if I would done something different. Just tidy a bit the exposure, brightness as well. I can lower it down to be a bit moody. Saturation, yeah, if you want to, you know, have a super saturated image, but I wouldn't over exaggerate. This was like a 2015, 2020 vibe where you have everything, you know, oversaturated with vibrance to 100%. White balance, let's try to match it with the tones back there. Shadows and highlights, you can bring a bit shadows. So I'm going to do this in the raw image. I'm noticing here you have, this was shot on a 5D Mark II 24 to 70 millimeters. I think it's the same 2.8 L that you have, which is cool. It's a bit noisy though, but I like the noise in it. It's good. It's good, it's good, it's good. Lens, yeah, it's a 2.8 L, which is cool. Let's try to kill the chromatic aberration, although don't see that you have too much, but you never know. Remove lens vignette, right, okay. Details, you have noise reduction, detail refinement, tones, you have curves, black and white, and split toning. Yeah, you can play around here as well, you know, do the S curve. See how that looks, you know, small S. And that's it. You can try different type of crops. Let's see a 4x5. See how that is going to look. Something like this. Bit more focus on this. Actually, I like the negative. Too much there. Something like. Let's focus here. Yeah, why not? Try another crop. The 16:9. 16:9 looks good. Come on. You cannot fail with the 16:9. Look how good it looks. Yes. Everything looks good with 16:9 crop. Here, wow. Here is another shot in the London Underground. cool. Let's develop this and see what we can do in the develop persona. Let's duplicate it as normal and just go here, levels, check the level of the image. Okay, looks good. A bit shadowy on her face here, so click on this. Let's try to dodge it a bit, something like this. If we go before and after, you can see the difference. So she has more, details on her face, detail, let's see, to the scarf, glow a bit, so like using a reflector. Right, her hair. And you can see that it, flow 60%, 16%, going to give me a lot of forgiveness with the tool. And that's it. If you like it, then there you go. It's just a quick way of lighting her face. Okay, and I think this is the last image. Go here and use the exposure, black point, just to see how to edit in develop persona as well. Have the contrast here. The way I play with contrast is I go 50% over the board and see what's going on here, 50% on the other side, and then come back and just see what I like. So make it more contrasty here. Her tattoos are going to pop. Clarity as well, you can add more clarity to the image. Shadow and highlights, you can drop in the shadow and make the image darker, or you can bring the details on her blouse with a shadow bit here. Highlights as well, you can go up and down and see what's there. Lens, you can apply the lens correction, chromatic aberration. Then you go to details, you can detail refine and the mode. Basically this is going to bring those, so if you see before and after, so this is detail refined, going to slightly increase the details in your image. Noise reduction, I don't need this one. Tones, you have curves, and you cannot go wrong with an S curve, or you can go overboard with it and just lighten those ones. Black and white, you can see how black and white is looking. It actually is not looking bad. You have that, yellow background. Can you see? You can separate it very quickly and make it, But yeah, let's keep it, or you can lighten up something like this. Just go there. And now you don't have that many blues. You have a bit of a green. And you have the reds affecting the color. And of course you have split toning, where you can just do a lot of things. Alright, thank you for joining me today. If you're looking to improve your photography skills, I am here to help. If you want your photos to be, let's say, critiqued by me and edited in Affinity Photo, please drop me a comment below and I will get in touch. Make sure to give this video a like and hit that subscribe button to see more photography tips and tricks. I truly appreciate your support and I cannot wait to share more of my passion for photography with you. Until then, take care.